Magnitsky Act in my own experience. And so your previous guest was saying there's no evidence. I provided absolute evidence, documentary evidence, names, places, amounts, of who was paying whom. And it's absolutely black and white. It's crystal clear. The Intelligence and Security Committee got that evidence. And one of their big conclusions is that you have this buffer network of enablers in the UK using that money to effectively subvert our national interests.
So what do you believe is the reason that the successive UK governments did nothing to try and find out whether this went so far as it interfering in referendum results, for example?
Well, I think that there's too many people benefiting from this flow of funds. There's a lot of people who are getting money who don't want the money to stop. And if you start asking difficult questions, if you start exposing things, then there's a very strong possibility that the golden goose stops laying those eggs. And that's a very hard thing to untangle.
It's all a bit weird, this, isn't it? Because effectively what we're saying is that the UK government didn't actually want particularly to know the results of an inquiry, so they just didn't launch one.
Well, it's quite extraordinary when you read the report. The Intelligence and Security Committee says that they asked questions of the intelligence agencies, and they got back a 6-sentence reply about the Brexit referendum. I'm sure the intelligence agencies know more than they wrote in that 6-sentence reply.
Well, I was talking to Dame Paula Neville-Jones, who knows about these things a little earlier. She says, well, it's not their fault.
That strikes me as implausible. If the intelligence agency's job it is to figure out what kind of intrusions there are on our way of life, and they surely would have looked at this. I just think that they didn't want to tip the scales one way or another in this Brexit referendum.
Bill, somebody watching you now, walking, I don't know, lives in North London, gets on with their job. Why should they care if there are these Russian oligarchs in London, around the UK, doing what they're doing?
Well, I mean, people in Salisbury might have asked that question until the Novichok poisoning took place, and they had to close down the whole city of Salisbury